Hello everyone and welcome back to another Fam 2 Cents cooking video. I know it's been a while since you guys have heard my voice over here on this channel, but there's a good reason for that. There's been a lot going on. As you guys know, I am a stay-at-home dad, and my little one is usually running around here making all kinds of noise all day, and when she's not, I have to be very quiet, so it's been very difficult for me to record audio, so I've just opted not to because it's been stressing me out and just making things much more complicated than it needs to be trying to do that portion. And to be honest, that's probably going to still be the case. The only reason I can record this audio now is because she's not here. She's at my sister's house. So I'm taking this opportunity to get a message out to you guys. We are almost at 800 subs, which is pretty freaking amazing. My goal before the end of the year was to hit 1,000, which is still very possible, but it's getting pretty close to the end of the year. So what I would like you guys to do is, if you enjoy these videos, you have been enjoying them, please continue to share them. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, because like I said, if we get to that 1,000, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm still pretty shocked that we even made it this far, but 1,000 subs would be a nice goal to reach before the end of the year, so I'd definitely like to do so. Outside of that, I've thought of a few alternatives, a few methods that I've been using over on my gaming channel. By the way, if you have not subscribed to my gaming channel, you absolutely should. There'll be a little thing up in the top right corner to either send you there, or the gaming channel will be down in the description. I just started a brand new series that also has been keeping me very busy, that I've been working hard on, so if you guys want to check that out, you can. But outside of that, guys, as I said, I just wanted to update you, let you know what's going on and why, and to also kind of call you guys to action to sub to the channel if you haven't, and definitely share it so we can hit that 1,000 sub milestone before the end of the year. So thank you guys for watching. I'm really glad you guys are enjoying the channel and the content that I put out, and hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We're making buffalo chicken egg rolls today, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, so the ingredients for this one are pretty straightforward. You don't need a whole lot. Just chicken breasts, egg roll wraps, salt and pepper, garlic salt, paprika, cayenne, onion powder, soy sauce, softened cream cheese, green onions, and olive oil. As you can see here, I am seasoning up the chicken and putting that olive oil on there to get that seasoning evenly distributed. That's just the first step. Easy peasy, nothing to it. Next step, we're going to go ahead and pan sear our chicken. We want to make sure that it gets a really nice sear on both sides, and we cut these in half, these chicken breasts in half, to make sure they were a little thinner, to be sure that they were done after the sear, because they're going to sear pretty quickly or whatever, but you want to make sure that they're still as close to done as you can possibly get them, while you're getting that beautiful color on there, and then we can go ahead and move on to the next step. This next step is going to be kind of up in the air. You want to shred, cut, or dice your chicken, however it is you want to take care of it. I initially was going to cut it like this and leave it, but I decided to blend it because the idea here was to create a buffalo chicken egg roll that you don't need sauce for, because every video I've seen, people always make a sauce to accompany it, and I'm just like, I don't really want to make a sauce. So I tried to make one that doesn't require a sauce, which is why I ended up blending it and cutting it down finer, because you'll end up seeing how it looks later when we mix it, that actually plays a pretty important role in getting it to a more creamy consistency, to make it to where basically the dish is already sauced in itself, so you don't need to add anything extra afterwards. Next step here, we're going to go ahead and slice our green onions. Nothing too fancy here, just slice them either thinly or thick. It kind of really doesn't matter. This is all going to go right into the mix, so just cut them. No magic here, just slice them up. Now this footage is going to look a little weird because there's something actually missing here. Your cream cheese When I mixed that in, for whatever reason, that footage ended up getting corrupted, so I don't have it. But it had to be room temperature. You want to make sure that it's very soft, and when you mix it in with the chicken, and as I said, because I shredded the chicken more finer, it became more of a very creamy, kind of almost like buffalo chicken dip sauce, kind of, but just a little bit thicker. And that's the consistency I wanted here. If you cut your chicken into chunks or maybe shred it up into thicker pieces or whatever, it probably won't look like this. But like I said, I went into this video with the objective to not need to make a sauce, and because I made it this consistency, you literally don't need it. You don't need a sauce to go with these because it's already there. And it was actually pretty amazing. This was actually a really good idea if you either don't want to make a sauce afterwards or just feel like you shouldn't have to. This is a good way to go. If not, your final product will look a little bit different here, but that's okay. Alright, next up we're going to fill our egg rolls, and we're going to go ahead and roll them now. There is a technique to rolling egg rolls that I've showed you guys in a previous video before. I'm not going to really go super into detail or in depth on here, just kind of really closely pay attention to what I'm doing and you'll see. Make sure you have some water or oil on standby to kind of make sure that you moisten those ends to make sure they stick properly. As you can see here, I'm like rubbing the edges there to make sure that when you close them up that they stick properly. And like I said, oil or water works, it doesn't really matter which one. Some people use like an egg wash. But the rolling procedure is fairly straightforward. Like I said, you can slow the video down if you need to and kind of look at what I'm doing and just kind of follow along. But it's hard to really explain it, you know. You just gotta kind of watch it over and over. Feel free to mute the audio and slow this down and rewind it or fast forward or whatever you want to do to really lock down exactly what you're supposed to do and how it's supposed to be looking. And once you got it down, you can continue on with the video. And lastly, it is time to fry. So the way that I fried these is I put them in the oil and let them brown up just a bit on both sides, and then I took them out right before they were the right color that I wanted them to be and let them sit for just a little bit, so that way they wouldn't get too hot that the filling started to burst out. Because with the consistency that I made this, it's very thin, it's a very creamy consistency. There's a very high chance that it'll seep out. So what I did was I took it out just a little bit early, and then after the next batch I put the other ones back in to get that final color that I wanted to get, and also to also make them very crispy, and that worked out really good for me. Do whatever ends up working for you. If yours ends up being a thicker or maybe different consistency, then you might be able to just kind of cook them in one go without the double frying, because you won't have to worry about them bursting. Either way, this worked out really well. And after they're done, you want to lay them on a rack like this to cool off, so they can drain and all that good stuff and get nice and cool, so that way you can enjoy them without burning the crap out of yourself, because these get extremely hot. And like I said, this is about the color that you want them to be. This is after the second fry, and they're pretty much good to go. Now all that's left is to plate and enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and appreciated this recipe. As I said, we're almost close. We're getting really close to 1,000 subs, and if we can get there, that would be amazing. And also, if you haven't checked out my game channel, the link will be down in the description. Please do check that out, because like I said, there's a new series I've been working on, and I'm hoping that it gains some traction. So thank you guys for watching. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to leave me a comment to let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one.